Hare Krishnas are being allowed back on the streets of Adelaide. Last night, the City Council voted to permit the Hare Krishnas to chant for 3 hours a week in a 6-month trial period. But as Rick Burnett reports, Adelaide's Lord Mayor was anything but happy with the result.
We're not some evil cult or sect, and what we're doing is something which is beneficial for the public. And we should be allowed to express ourselves in the streets.
Keith Foley presides over Adelaide's luxurious Hare Krishna temple, where each morning his small contingent of die-hard devotees have been praying long and hard to be allowed back on the city streets. Meanwhile, in the town hall, the commercial temple of the Adelaide ratepayers, Lord Mayor Steve Condis has been guarding his flock against the uncontrolled spread of the Krishna gospel.
The minute that you start to get them on the streets, then you've got problems, and it's been proved in the past. We've had those problems, and we're not going to put up with it again.
I don't think the Lord Mayor really has his facts together. We certainly don't harass the shoppers. I've personally never harassed anyone. I think the general public is capable of avoiding us on the street. They're capable of refusing to take a free book if they wish. I don't think the Lord Mayor has to be so uppity about the whole thing, really.
3 years ago, amid protests and arrests, the Adelaide Hare Krishnas were forced into silence. A High Court judgment gave the City Council the power to curb the Krishna consciousness. It's ironic that Adelaide, widely known as the city of churches and priding itself on the religious and social freedoms, has banned the Krishnas from taking their message to the streets. And it's a ban which has led the Krishna leaders to label this city more religiously repressive than Russia.
Well, in Russia we can chant and we can distribute our literature, but here in Adelaide we can't do these simple, basic, grassroots aspects of our religion.
From Paris to Hong Kong, from Bombay to Nairobi, from Rio to New York, devotees chant Hare Krishna.
Adelaide is a different city. Adelaide has got a lifestyle that is unique anywhere else in the world. You can't compare Adelaide with anywhere else. And that means that we don't want chanting and drumming and pressure put on our retailers. I mean, what would happen tomorrow if every religious body decided that they'd like to go onto the street and sell their wares?
It's probably the height of hypocrisy that a country which is based on freedom of speech and democratic principles should be banning people within their own culture who wish to take up a different religious tradition.
The councils remain steadfast about banning the Krishnas from any retail areas, most notably here at Rundle Mall. Its compromise is to allow chanting for 1 hour Monday, Wednesday and Friday in the quieter recreational areas of the Festival Centre Plaza and Victoria Square, where no shoppers will be disturbed.
They'll be given one particular part of the city in which they can operate, either Victoria Square or down at the Festival Plaza. That's a compromise situation, but we're certainly not going to let them go anywhere near our major retailing areas. Parents should know that they can send their children in the city without being intimidated by sex or religious groups.
It just seems to be some sort of inbred fear and ignorance about who we are and what we're doing.
If the Hare Krishnas get special treatment, then why shouldn't the other 200 odd religions that exist anyhow?
Well, the Krishnas say that Adelaide's more oppressive than Russia.
People would rather holiday in Adelaide than holiday in Red Square. I know where I'd rather be.